What if you wanted to build a gaming PC that can reach 200 plus FPS in Fortnite, but you only have $750? Well, you're lucky because I'm going to guide you on how to build a brand new one within that budget. Welcome back to the OverseerPC. So I have had a few parts lying around here which I wanted to sell in the used market, but instead of doing that, I realized, why don't I build a budget PC and actually guide you guys on which parts to pick. Now, if you have been living under a rock, let me be the one to tell you this. Graphics card prices are still crazy. Yes, I've got like multiple reasons here. And because of this, our December 2021 build is going to focus more on value. The best you can get for the money right now. I live in New Zealand, and the prices I have here may not represent most of you guys. And since most of our viewers here are from the US, I'm just going to be basing our prices from Amazon. And as always, I will link them in the description. Let's move on to the specs we've chosen, and I'll give you the rationale behind every single component we've chosen. I'll also be showing some gameplays later on. Let's start with the CPU. So for our CPU, we're going to be picking the Intel 10105F. This is a 4-core 8-thread processor which is very capable for gaming. It comes with a black stock cooler which looks really nice. The best part is it's only around $100. For our motherboard, because this is a value-oriented build, we're just going to pick the cheapest H510 or B560 board you can find. There's a few listed in Amazon. At the time of this recording, this Asus B560 motherboard is definitely a good deal. In our case, we have picked the Gigabyte H510 motherboard, which is also a good value and comes with everything that we need. For the RAM, same as the motherboard, just pick the cheapest 16GB kit you can find with decent speeds. Aim for at least higher speeds like the 3200 MHz or above. This will definitely help us on CPU bound scenarios like competitive games that we play like Fortnite or Valorant. And there's a few good deals out there, and of course if you want RGB, you'll have to pay extra, boys. In our case, we have the HyperX 16GB Fury RAM kits, which comes with RGB. For the SSD, just pick any 500GB SSD or above. I mean, there's a few out there that are really good deals, and because this is a gaming PC, SSD quality will have minimal effect on our gaming experience. And if you're a content creator, going the Nvme route might be better because you will need that faster transfer speeds when you're doing video editing. But for everyone else, just pick the one on sale. For us, we have a used 480GB SSD, which is pretty decent for this build. For the power supply now, there's actually a few choices here. The main thing to aim is at least 500 watts of power. If you can afford 750 watts of PSU for future upgrades, then go for it. I picked out a few solid choices for this build. In our case, we're going to use this EVGA 650 watts 80 plus gold PSU. It comes with two 8-pin power connectors, which will give us that headroom when we upgrade the GPU in the future. Speaking of the GPU, for our graphics card, we're going to settle with the GTX 1650, which is roughly around $400. I know it's not the best right now for this build, but this will have to do. It is still a capable card, and the best part is it doesn't need an extra power pin on base models. And because the 1650 is an efficient card, this will keep our temperatures really good as well. There's no point aiming for premium models here, as this will just be a placeholder. Hopefully in the next few months you can upgrade to a better card, and in our build we're just going to use our Gigabyte single fan model here. The PC case is very subjective. I'm not going to tell you which ones to get. Main thing here is that you try to keep within the budget. Anything less than $70 will be good, and I've got a few suggestions here. For our build, we are using the Sigmatech Trio, which already comes with 4 fans. This will look really neat for our build. In terms of Windows, now if you have a spare PC, just download the latest Windows installer from Microsoft, and you can buy off those cheap keys from every other website. I don't have any sponsor for those videos, so yeah, you can just go to your favorite software website and buy them for around $15. Don't pay full price because that is stupid, and if you're tight on the budget, you could also use the free trial from Windows 10. It'll work fine apart from the annoying watermark. From all the specs noted here, the total amount is roughly $750 which is not bad. I've broken down all the specs here alongside all their prices. And don't worry, I've left all the links below so you could always look back at which ones I would recommend. I've also put down some choices in there if you wanted some alternatives. With this build, we've run Fortnite performance mode and look how it performs, guys. That's really solid 200 plus FPS there. It's definitely not the fastest, but for this price, we're able to have a solid gaming experience. You can still be really competitive in Fortnite with this build. I've also added Warzone in here, which is okay. It runs at around 60 FPS at 1080p. You'd probably have to reduce the resolution here if you wanted to be more competitive. If you wanted to upgrade some parts here, you could always change the CPU to a Core i5 11400F or 10400F later down the track, and of course the GPU when the prices go down. And that's probably all the upgrade pathway for this build. If you've got any questions about this build, please feel free to comment on the video down below or join us in Discord. I would love to hear from you, and if you wanted some more of these content, please let me know as well, and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And with that, I'll leave you guys with some B-roll of our build here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.